Today we discuss on a topic percentage. Now see the examples. If 45% of x is equal to 15% of y, then find the value of x as to y. Here now we write 45% of x, that is 45% of x into x is equal to 15%, that is 15 divided by 100 into y. Now we find x as to y. Here 100 get cancelled. Now here we write 45 into x is equal to 15 into y. Now we find x upon y. Then x divided by y. Here y multiple. Here comes divides. Then 15 divided by 45. 15 was the 15. 15 3 is the 44. Then your answer is x as to y. X as to y is 1 as to 3. Here answer is x as to y is 1 as to 3. X as to y is 1 as to 3. Now next. Here 85% of x minus y is equal to 25% of x plus y. Then y is what percent of x? Then y is what percent of x? Here firstly we find x and y. We find x and y. Here we write 85%, that is 85 divided by 100 of means multiple x minus y is equal to 25%, that is 25 divided by 100 into x plus y. Here 100 get cancel. 100 get cancel. Here we write 85x minus 85y is equal to 25x plus 25y. Here x come together, y here. 85x 25 here plus, there is minus, then 85 here minus plus, and then subtraction of these two. 60x is equal to 110y. 60x is equal to 110y. Then x upon y is here. X upon y is 110 divided by 60. 110 divided by 60, that is 11 divided by 6. Here directly we take y is 11. X is 11, y is 6. Here directly take x is 11, y is 6. Now find then y is what percent of x? Y is what percent of x? Here x becomes denominator, y becomes numerator. Y is what percent of x? Here y is 6. X is 11 into 100%. That is 600 divided by 11%. 600 divided by 11%. That is 11 5 is 55. Remains 5. 11 4 is 54. Remains 6 11. 54 6 11. This is your answer. Here we find directly. We are here x upon y, and then directly takes x is equal to 11, y is equal to 6. Now next, 19 times more than B. Then B is what percent less than A? Then B is what percent less than A? Here A is 19 times more than B. Here B is X. Here B is X. Then A is 19 times more than B. 19 times more than B. Or 19 times more than B. Now A is 19 times more than B. B is X. A is 19 X plus X, that is 20 X. Now here B is what percent of A? Now here find B is what? Here B is X or 1 or 1. तुम्हाला जे पाहिजे ते घेऊ शकता, एक किंवा X घेऊ शकता आणि A is 20X or 20. Now B is what percent? B is what percent less than A? Less than A. Then we find B is what percent less than A. Now A becomes denominator, B becomes numerator. B becomes numerator. Here B is 1. Here difference कमी येथे फरक येणार लक्षात ठेवा. व्हॉट पर्सेंट लेस दॅन अँड मोर दॅन. तर न्यूमरेटरला काय येतं रे? डिफरन्स येतो. डिफरन्स हियर डिफरन्स बिटवीन A and B. Difference between A and B divided by less than A divided by A into 100. Difference between A and B divided by A into 100. Here we write this is a, here we write difference is, here B is 1, A is 20, difference is 19. Then A is 20, A is 20 into 100%. That is 0 get cancelled. 190 divided by 2%. That is 95%. Now your answer is 95%. Then B is what percent less than A? The B is 90% less than 95% less than A. Next, A is 25% less than A. Then what will be the value of twice B minus A divided by 2? Then what will be the value of twice B minus A divided by 2? Here A is 20% less than B. A is 25% less than B. That is B is 100. B is 100. A is 25% less than B. That is A is 75. That is A is 75. Here B is 100. A is 75. Then we take the ratio of these two, 3:4. Then we directly take A is 3, B is 4. Then we directly take A is 3, B is 4. Now we find twice B minus A divided by 2. Here B is 4. Here B is 4. Minus A is 3. Minus A is 3 divided by 2. Now here take multiplication. 2 4 is 8 minus 3 divided by 2. That is 5 by 2. That is 5 by 2. Your answer is 5 by 2. Your answer is 5 by 2. Now your answer is 5 by 2. Next. B is 20% more than A. B is 20% more than A. C is 25% more than B. B is 25% more than A. 25% more than A. C is 20%. B is 20% more than A. 20% more than A. Then C is 25% more than B. Here, if C is equal to 330, then what will be the value of A? Now here, we write here A, B, C. Here, B is 20% more than A. Now here we take A is 100, then B comes 20% more, that is B is 120. And C is 25% more than B. C is 25% more than B. Then we write 25% more than B. Now we find C. Now C is 150. Here A is 100, B is 120 and C is 150. Now we find if C is here given C is 330, then find value of A. Now here A is 100 and A is 100 and C is 150. Here A is 100 and C is 150. Now here C is 330. Here given C is 330. Now find A. C is 330. Now find A. We take cross multiplication. Now we take cross multiplication. 330 is equal to 150 into X. Here 150 is multiple. Here comes divide. Then 100 into 330 divided by 150 is equal to X. Now here 0 get cancelled. Now we X is equal to 11 into 20, that is 220. X is equal to 11 into 20, that is 220. X is equal to 11 into 20, that is 220. Your value is 220. Now next, if B is 40% more than A, and C is 20% more than B, if C is 1512, then what will be the value of A? Here B is 40% more than A. And C is 20% more than B. First we calculate this value. Now here A is 100. Then B is 140. And then C becomes 24% more than B. Now we write here 140 into 120 divided by 100, 0, 0, 0, 0 get cancel. Here remains 14 into 12. 164. Here C comes 164. Now here we take these two values. Here given C is given and we find A. Now here we take only C and A. Now we take only C and A. Here A is 100. Here A is 100 and C is 164. C is 164. Here we given that C is 1512. Then find A. Then find A. We take cross multiplication of these two. We take cross multiplication of these two and come answer. Now here 100 into 100, 1512 is equal to x into 168. Here 168 is multiplied. Here becomes now we solve this 100 into 100 into 1512 divided by 164. Here we find. Now here we get that is remain 100 into 9, that is 900. Now your answer is 900. Here this calculation, after solving this calculation, x becomes 900. Your answer is 900. Now next, here, if A's income is 40% more than B's income, then how much percent less does the B's earn than A? B earn than A. If A's income is 40% more than B's income. Now here we find B earn more than A. That is A's income is 40% more than B. Less than, here less than. How many percent less are? Less. Here less. मला इथे सांगितलेलं आहे A चा इन्कम B पेक्षा 40% जास्त आहे, तर B चा इन्कम B हा A पेक्षा किती टक्के कमी कमवतो. तर हे we write directly A's income is 40% more than B's income, that is 40% more. Now here we write directly 100 plus 40 into 100%. 100 plus 40 into 100%. Now here directly we write 14 divided by 140 into 100%. Now 0 0 get cancelled. 5. Now here 14 into 5 divided by 7%. That is 200 divided by 7%. Here it's become 2847. Now your answer is 2847. 4/7%. Next, same here. If P is 40% less than Q, then by what percent Q is more than P? Then by what percent Q is more than B? Here P is 40% less than Q. P is 40% less than Q. P is 40% less than Q. Less than Q. Now here directly we write less than means minus. If P is 40% less than Q, we directly write 14 divided by 100 minus. Less means minus. 100 minus 40 into 100%. Now here we write 14 divided by 100 minus 40 is 60 into 100%. Now here 0 get cancelled. Here remains 400 divided by 6%, that is 200 divided by 3%. 200 divided by 3%, that is 66.66%. Here your answer is 66.66%. Now next, if X is 40% more than Y, then by what percent Y is less than X? What percent Y is less than X? Here X is 40% more than Y. X is 80%. X is 80% more than Y. Then by what percent Y is less than X? Here X is 80% more than Y. Now we directly write 18 divided by more means plus. 18 divided by 100 plus 80 into 100%. Now here we write 18 divided by 180 into 100%. Now 0 get cancelled. Now remain here 18 into 10 divided by 18. Here 80 into 5 is 400 divided by 9, that is 14/4/9 or 14.44 here, or 14.44%. Now your answer is 14.44%. Next, if 30% of X minus Y is equal to 20% of X plus Y, then Y is what percent of X? Then Y is what percent of X? Firstly, we find value of X and Y. Now here we write this equation: 30% of X minus Y is equal to 20% of X plus Y. Firstly, we find X and Y. Now 100 get cancelled. Here 13x minus 13y is equal to 20x plus 20y. Now here x comes one side. 13x plus 20x is equal to 30y plus 20y. Now if we add this, here 50x is equal to 40, 20. Here 20, 30y, here minus 13x minus 20x is equal to 13y plus 20y. Here now subtraction of these two is 13x minus 20x is 10x. Here addition of these two is 15y. Now here x divided by y is equal to 15 divided by 10, that is 5:1. That is 5:1. Now here we directly take x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 1. If there is no condition, then we take directly x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 1. Now here x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 1. Here now we find then y is what percent of x. Y is what percent of x. Now here x becomes denominator and y becomes numerator. Your y become numerator and x become denominator into 100%. Now calculate by calculating these two. Now your answer becomes 20%. Here y is what percent of x, then your answer is 20%. Now your answer is 20%. Okay, we stop here.